You definitely don't want to miss what happens next. Are you ready? This time, the girl's gun became a fountain. She received a heavy punch from Cheney, and Carbone sprinted in vain. It was too late. Cheney took the girl, firing at bandits across the river, despite Carbone's top-notch aim. But the enemy was like an invisible man, with a river blocking the way. Even 10 Carbones couldn't cross. Boss Ned started to panic. Hey, Carbone's coming with 10 cops. Ned shoved the girl down. He stepped on the girl and asked, "Tell me, are you with Ned?" "Just a bunch of cops." "Cops," Carbone replied. "Did you hear that? Answer me quickly." "Cops, I'm going to kill this girl. You know I can do it. You really don't believe me." "This Carbone's girl. Everything's fine. Do you suggest I should kill her?" "No way, I can't kill her." Just wait for a lifetime. Ned was getting nervous, and in front of Carbone he was anything but calm. What if he hurt the girl? Carbone might just deal with them all, so he suggested that Carbone head up the western hill. As soon as he sees the girl, she'll be freed. Carbone requested more marshals are on the way apart from the girl. He also asked Ned to spare Cheney, so marshals would stop chasing, awaiting Ross' return. Cheney had no power. Ross revealed his father's murder by Cheney, so he hired marshals. In bandit-infested land, Ned soon spotted Carbone heading up the hill through his binoculars. He grasped the situation, and Ned angrily decided to leave Ross behind. Along with the newly joined Ned, who had been hiding for years, believing in the principle of better to do less than to do more. Even though Cheney was pleading beside him, Ned and the others ultimately and resolutely left. It's tough being abandoned. He did those bad things. Russ was too scared to speak out. Russ said letting him go would favor him in court. Just then, Cheney lifted his head. His killer instinct shown, he needed Russ silent. Cheney pulled out a knife, pointing it at Ross' neck. Then, Texas Ranger Raboff made his grand entrance, knocking Cheney out with a single shot. He had come after hearing the gun. He had been planning with Carbone by the river to catch Ned. Carbone decided to take on the four alone, two of them overlooking down the hill, looking confident as a cat would. He faced 4 men fearlessly. Ned thought he was crazy, having fulfilled the agreement. First, Carbone disrupted the enemy, hoping Ned's people would watch. After arrogant remarks, battle was imminent. Carbone mounted his horse, charging like lightning at enemies, firing his dual guns. First taking out Hader, Raboff propped up his gun, seeking an opportunity from the high ground. Carbone was shot, then took down another one, and soon only Ned was left among the enemies when Carbone's horse was shot and he painfully fell. Injured, Ned thought it was over, slowly drawing his gun for a final goodbye. Taking a deep breath, just when Raboff was feeling proud of himself in his complacency. Cheney woke up. Ross grabbed Raboff's gun, aimed at his father's killer, steadying it. One shot sent Cheney flying, and Ross, due to the recoil, was bounced all the way into a mountain. After rolling, she was luckily caught by a vine. Ross called to Raboff, still dazed. She turned and saw a corpse with a knife hanging, tried to drag it, but suddenly noticed that inside the corpse there was a terrifying snake coiling around, and there were snakes everywhere around. Ross could only shout as Carbone arrived, his round figure nimble like a square. But due to the abundance of snakes, Ross still got bitten. Carbone fired a few shots, taking care of the surrounding snakes. Then he unhesitatingly made 2 cuts on Ross' hand, and immediately started sucking out the... He wrapped himself with a rope, then picked up Ross, calling out to the already awake Raboff. Thus, the 2 were saved. This time Carbone didn't waste words. He jumped on Ross' black horse, waved at Raboff. Then they left immediately. Ross would surely die without a doctor soon. Passing corpses, Carbone fell silent. The black horse galloped across the plain, passing through the small pine forest they had been through. As sunset loomed, skies darkened. The black horse died, yet Carbone drew his knife and stabbed it into the horse's hindquarters. The black horse picked up speed, racing towards the starry sky until dawn broke. The black horse collapsed, waiting to die here, without a word. Carbone ended the horse's life. He didn't speak, picked up struggling Ross, sprinted to the dentist, glancing at the poor horse. Ross felt terrible, but so did Carbone. Even if he was exhausted, he had to get the girl to safety. Ross fainted, not knowing how long she had run, until snow fell. She saw the dentist's house. The sound of a gunshot, the dentist's oil lamp lit up. This was the only opening line Caborn had on this journey. In the blink of an eye, 25 years passed by, and recalling the year they reached the dentist's place. His arm had turned black. Ross lost her arm, and Caborn had stayed by her side until she was safe. When she woke up, Caborn had already left after Ross recovered. She invited Caborn to come over. She paid him the remaining $50, and after that, she never heard from him again, until Ross received a letter from Caborn. Now he's performing with a Wild West show. He got older, but also a bit fatter.